The fire horse just like felt good from the beginning. The energy I really want to carry into this year is just being grateful, embodying that like bold, bright energy.
I've always just been in some sort of distraction. I finally was just like, put my head down, focus on what I felt was really my calling. And it really showed. Like I proved everything to myself.
You don't have to do all of these things. Don't spread yourself so thin. Really focus on the things that truly are moving the needle forward. And then I started like reaping that benefit right away. And I feel like this was like an adult year for me.
Pull up a chair. You're sitting at the table with Power Haus Women, the podcast where bold women in business come to connect, collaborate, and build something bigger than themselves.
We always say, if you're fortunate to have a seat at the table, pull up 3 more. That's exactly what we're doing here.
This isn't just a conversation, it's a movement. We're creating space at the table for conversations that matter. The ones that challenge you, push you, and remind you that you do not have to do this alone.
Every episode, we're talking growth, success, and the real, unfiltered truths of entrepreneurship. No gatekeeping,
no fluff, just the perspective and community that you need to thrive. So, if you're ready to surround yourself with women who get it, you're in the right place, and there is already a seat with your name on it.
What's up, Powerhouses? Welcome back to season 2 of At the Table with Power Haus Women. We are so excited to be back. We know it's been a little bit, but we took some time to reflect, regroup, kind of really think about what we wanted to do this next season and what we wanted it to look like. So we're really stepping things up this season. We are going to be having more guests, more open and honest conversations, and definitely more video. We will have episodes on YouTube now. So we're really excited for that.
Today also felt like the perfect conversation to kick things off because we've been in this moment of reflection, literally changing the new year and taking things up a notch. Looking back at the year of the snake, it was all about transformation, shedding that skin, shedding old layers, awareness, and looking ahead to the year of the fire horse, which is bold and fast moving, about stepping into your power with more clarity. And that began on February 17th, going through February 5th of next year. So I think that kind of brings the energy into this conversation that we wanted to have today, how each of us are probably feeling it in a very different way. And I don't know about you guys, but I thought I was going through like the transformation at the beginning of the year, and then there became round 2 right around this time frame in February.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It feels like it kicked in a couple weeks ago, for sure.
Yes, in an unexpected way.
Yeah, I think it was nice that there was so much. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I noticed there was like so much energy this year around the Lunar New Year and around the year of the fire horse. I don't know if people were just more excited for the fire horse than the snake. I personally didn't know anything about the snake at this time last year. And this year I felt like I saw fire and heard fire horse like everywhere. So I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did too. I remember I was scrolling on TikTok like the day before or like 2 days before the Lunar New Year, and everyone was like, you can't wash your hair on February 17th or whatever. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And like, I had planned to wash my hair that day, and I did. And I'm like, did I mess up my whole year? Like, is it ruined?
I was going to say not a problem for me. I don't wash my hair anyway. So.
My mom was like, you're not
Yeah.
Chinese, so it doesn't count for you.
Yeah, I didn't really know anything about the year of the snake either, but right at the end I was like, wow, I am shedding stuff like very naturally. That's when I felt it. But then going into this kind of February time frame, I was like, ooh, I feel the horse. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I feel like now that it's come to my attention what the year of the snake was, and I'm like looking back on last year, it makes complete sense. I really did shed a lot of things. I feel like it was a pretty transformative year for me. So I'm curious for you guys, if you could describe your last year, 2025, in one word, what would it be? Mine was transformative.
Transformative
love
is a good
that.
one. It's a really good one. And I feel like I see that for you.
Yeah.
Mine would be, I think, breakthrough.
Ooh,
Like,
love that.
Ooh.
last
Did
year
that for
I
me too.
yeah, I feel like last year was really like, when you're like working so long, and you're just like really working at things, and then everything kind of like hits like in one moment and you have that breakthrough and like you take it to the next level. I feel like that's what last year was for me. And I really needed it.
You deserve
I feel like I could kind of watch that for you too. Like you've been putting in so much consistent effort, time and time and time, and it felt like there was this moment, and you're like living in that now. But that can get very monotonous until that point.
So monotonous. I feel like the hardest thing is to like stick it out, which we all know. Like, and they
Yes.
say this over and over again that like, if you are consistent with things, it will work, but it's so hard when you're in it because you're just like, I want to see results now. And like with our business, it doesn't work that way per se, for most people at least. I mean,
Hmm.
some people it's a little bit faster, but for most people, it's like, yeah, you have to be consistent with all the things that you're doing. Um, and it's just hard, but it feels good once you finally get there.
Totally. I think my word is like solidifying, not quite grounding, but I feel like solidifying. I feel like there's a lot of things that I've been doing in my career that I'm trying different avenues. Most I pick because I just like them or I fall into them naturally, but I've been very open about trying many different things because I know there's value in that. And I feel like this last year was more about me saying, hey, you don't have to do all of these things. Don't spread yourself so thin. Really focus on the things that truly are moving the needle forward, but make you feel good, feel aligned. And then I started like reaping that benefit right away. I was attracting better clients. I was just having more fun in general. Life was more fun. So I think it was really solidifying who I am, how that integrates into my business, which feels like a really adult step forward for me. And I'm like, wow, nice. Okay. I feel like I can be a chaotic, childlike type person. And I feel like this was like an adult year for me.
Well, it's funny you said that because I feel like I don't know if that comes with like our age. Obviously, we're all around the same age.
Mhm.
We're all like either just entering into our 30s or end of our 20s. And I feel like that comes with it. You know what I mean? It's what I always envisioned for this age, at least. I always felt like when I entered like 30s, I would be more like sure of myself and like kind of like what you're saying, Morgan, like know the things that feel aligned and don't feel aligned. And I feel like my whole 20s, I was like searching for that and I didn't know.
me too, Carley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second, I'm not even kidding, the second I turned 30, I felt it in like the best way possible. Like turning 30, I think was the best thing that's ever happened to me because I've never felt more sure of myself. Like I know who the fuck I am now, and I did not know who I was prior to that. Like I was, like you said, like I've been like doing tons of like soul searching, like trying to figure out what is my purpose, like who am I, what am I trying to do. And then the second I turned 30, it just all made sense, which is pretty much why last year was extremely transformative for me. I feel like
Yeah.
I just got fresh out of a breakup right before the new year, and by my choice. Like I wanted to end that relationship, and I just completely did a 180, and just things completely changed for me. I feel like my life now is a completely different life than I was living then, in like the best way. So
Yeah. But I think that goes to show with all of us for sure, because I can see it. It wasn't like we were in our 20s not exploring and trying and learning different things. And I think that has a huge reason why we have so much clarity now, because we've been able to test things and say, oh, that's not for me, or I learned a little bit here from somebody else or somebody else's experience, or I just put myself out there. And that allows us to be more sure. And I think that's something I realize with some people, they're not experimenting enough or trying to know themselves enough. And I think I definitely see that in you guys, and I've even been a part of it. That makes a really freaking big difference.
Totally. There was something that I saw on Instagram recently, and it's been living like rent free in my brain. I saved it so I could rewatch it like anytime I wanted. But It was a really good letter that someone was reading, and it made me think about it, Marley, when you were just kind of like talking about your year and how it felt transformative and like you just were like doing the things. Things were just in motion for you. And the letter was all about being a doer. And I think I posted on my Instagram story. You guys might have seen it, but actually I think Morgan posted it first. It was really good. And it was like, it was basically just talking about like doing the things and how like there's different types of people in life. And like the people who are very successful and like have the life that they want are people that are doers and they don't like overthink it. They don't take like, you know, a month to put something into action or like ruminate on it over and over again. It's just like they have in their head what they want to do and they do it. And I feel like it sounds like what you were talking about last year. And I feel like I saw that for you last year too. Like it's like just do the things, you know, and
Yeah.
then things happen.
That really is what it was too. I think last year was the first year I ever just focused solely on myself. I've always just been in some sort of distraction, whether it was a relationship or I want to move or wherever. Like, do I even want to be in real estate? Do I want to be a personal stylist? Like, what is it that I'm trying to do? And I finally was just like, put my head down, focus on what I felt was really my calling, which is real estate, which is what I've been doing for the last almost decade. And it really showed. Like, I proved everything to myself. I focused solely on me, what I wanted to do. And I didn't even think twice about it. I just did it, like you just said. And I am a pretty decisive person, I would say, for the most part. But there have been years where I sat on things and didn't do certain things. And I don't even feel like I have that in me anymore. Like, I don't even think twice anymore. I just do whatever I want.
Me too.
Which I think is so powerful.
Yeah. I think we all do. And I think like that's just how things happen in your life, right? Because it's like the worst that could happen is it fails and it doesn't work. And it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
tried it. But what's
And what can you learn from it if you need to, and then just move on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm even seeing that with content right now, where I work with my girl Delaney on certain content, who's also done stuff for Power Haus for us, but I also do my own things as well. And it is funny how we will go back and certain things that you plan out correctly for a reason does really well. But there are other videos that I am literally just slapping up me doing a selfie randomly about a lot and it goes viral. And I put zero thought behind it. And it took me 2 seconds. And then I'm sitting there looking at my analytics and I'm like, why am I trying so hard on everything? Try hard on these certain things and have a reason for it and a strategy. But for the other things, just be you and don't put too much thought into it. Just post the content and just say the thing or just do, just put that in motion more.
No, you're so right. Like the things that actually took nothing out of my brain to make. I put a TikTok up, like it was like there was like a voiceover and it says like if you spend time with losers, you will be a loser yourself. Something like that. So I made like that voiceover just putting like lip gloss on and it said no losers in 2026 and it like got like over 50,000 views.
Yep.
I'm like, what is this? Like the nothing videos. Just thoughtless.
Yeah.
But really, no
it's
losers.
so funny how that works.
I'm curious though, did either of you guys feel like you had to like let go of something last year, like the shedding aspect of the year of the snake? I feel like we all might have.
Yeah.
I feel like I had to go through like a few layers actually that I didn't think I needed to. I feel like I have been and was very sure of myself and where I wanted to go with my career. But I think especially last year, truly recognizing that I'm spreading myself very thin and I'm doing well in all of those things, but I just have my hand in too many pots, even if they were all real estate related. It's just too much. And so it's taking me away from my friendships or just like time for myself and recharging. And I think that was a big one that I had to learn to shed. And it was almost shedding the guilt that I was feeling for it. Or I was imagining that meaning I'm not capable of doing all of these things. And in reality, it's no, I'm capable, but I need to choose the priorities. And I think it had to be that reframe. But I definitely had to shed that layer or that voice that was in my head from probably a very young age of just do more, do more. And if you're not like filling your time, you're not productive. And I think that was a big thing that I had to shed last year.
Hustle culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. That's been ingrained in me.
Yeah, I think that's been a big one for me too. Not one that I was thinking of, but just in general, I always used to feel like if I wasn't working, like physically doing something work-wise, that it wasn't right. Like I had to be working. Now, when I have like little time throughout my day, I'll go hit golf balls, I'll go play pickleball. And doing those things, I'm connecting with people, which is working.
Mm-hmm.
It is working. So like I stopped with that mentality, like I need to be at my desk all day or I need to be at showings. Like that's not gonna work for me. Someone like me personally.
Yeah, and that means you know yourself. I feel like we've all felt that to an extent, and we've probably all, especially beginning in our career, heard the exact opposite advice.
Yep.
That that's not how you can build business, and you don't, like, your business and your life are cohesive, so use it that way, and that'll help you find the people that value the same things that you do. You have better relationships, and whether that translates into business one day or not, who cares? Like, you're living your life and you're finding good people. Like, isn't that the point of life?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I feel like my whole life I've always seen like my parents always working and like they're not really like doing any like fun things throughout the day that are just socializing throughout the day or anything of that matter. And they're both in the real estate business too. So I think early on I had that mentality and it just burnt me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carly, what's something you had to shed this year or let go of?
I would say for me, kind of like going along the same lines of what we were talking about, just with like feeling more like aligned and connected to like who you are and what you like and what you don't like. I feel like relationships in my life were a big one last year. And not so much in the sense that like, I had all these like horrible, like toxic personal breakups or anything. I absolutely didn't. But I would say more just from the respect of like last year was the first time that I noticed and was able to like easily recognize when I was spending time with people. Like this feels good, or maybe like this doesn't feel so aligned, or like it's like adding much value to my life anymore. And for no like bad reason, right? Like someone could be an amazing person, but maybe I just noticed like, oh, maybe I don't have that much in common with this person anymore. Or, maybe I really like spending time with this new person I just met because we have so many things in common, and I leave feeling like very energized from the conversation and like things that they're doing and things that we're sharing. So that was really interesting because I've never like noticed that in my life. I don't know. Again, like going back to the past decade, I feel like it was just like hang out with people and drink and have fun and go out. And like, that's how you like chose who to surround yourself with. And I feel like now it's just so much more intentional, that it's like you do kind of have to like slowly shed those relationships that aren't serving you anymore.
I think it's also part of the age range that we're in right now too. Because I'm noticing it a lot with myself this year, actually. I think I felt it a little last year. This year, it's like I feel like my body has like a visceral reaction if I'm around people that aren't fulfilling me
Yes.
anyway. Like I can't do it. I can't even like like I go mute. Marli
Yeah.
Silver goes non-verbal, which is insane. And I don't know if you guys have seen those like memes. It's like I'm not quiet. I just don't like you.
Yes. Yes.
And it's
Oh
not
my
like I
God.
don't like someone. It's just like I have nothing to add here. Like
Yeah.
we're just
And
not aligned. We're just not
I
aligned.
want to have a good connection with somebody, and when there's nothing there, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, get away from me. Like, we are wasting our time. Like, I want to connect with good people that connect with me. I don't want to waste time on like this NPC that's over here that doesn't know how to communicate. Like, I don't know what to do. I get so DeAndre and I will be at parties, and there are people that I love, and I can be social, and I can do my thing. And there can just be moments where I will look at him, and I'm like, I'm done. Like, all of a sudden, it's over. It took like one weird conversation, and I'm like, I'm no longer playing this game. Please take me home. I'm over it.
No, I really do get it though. It's exhausting. It takes like too much energy out of me and a
Mm-hmm.
social battery. So I only want to fill my
Yeah.
time with people that it's like low effort, but like you can have so much fun and laugh. Like those types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like deep relationships. It's
Yeah.
not just like this superficial filling of time, which I have found the majority of things are. So I'd rather have those true deep connections with fewer people.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. One thing I really noticed that I shed last year was I stopped caring what people think about me. Like just like almost completely. Like I mean, there's probably still a little bit in there in terms of like I do care about what important people in my life think about me because I value and respect their opinions, but like random people, I don't care. Like it is so out the
Mhm.
door. I'm because I like I said, I really know who I am now and I'm not like ashamed of it anymore. Not even sure if I ever was like ashamed of it per se, but I'm just like so open with like letting people know who I truly am now, and it feels really freeing. And yeah,
Mhm.
kind of altogether stopped caring what people think about me. And as soon as I stopped, I swear, like just business flows so effortlessly and like
Yep.
conversations and like just everything in my life just feels so much more aligned once I started doing that. And it feels great. And that wasn't the another thing with being like aligned. I really had to take into account like what feels aligned in my life, what doesn't drain me and what like feels good and what am I excited about. And I never really talked about this publicly at all, but I actually stopped personal styling. Like I decided probably like a couple days before the new year I'm just not feeling fulfilled by it anymore. It started as like a hobby, a
Mhm.
fun thing that I enjoyed. And I started a business. Like I was personal styling for 5 years and it was a fun run, but it stopped being fun and it started to feel like a chore. Like I had to spend hours styling clients and it wasn't really fun anymore. So I let it go. And I don't care. Like I feel no regrets.
Good for
Good.
you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it should feel. Like if something is not bringing joy to your life and making you feel fulfilled, then it's like you don't need to trap yourself in it. And I think it's even more like freeing to feel like, okay, this thing wasn't working for me and I let it go. And like, I'm fine with that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it wasn't
Yeah.
it like I'm my real estate business really did so well last year that I was like, I don't need the money from this. Not that I ever really did it for the money. It was really just because it was a fun hobby for me that I was making money from. But now that I'm seeing so much success with real estate and it's fueling me and it's exciting. I don't really have time for that anymore and that's okay. And I kind of was like, honestly, it's more chic anyways for me to just like throw down on like some really cool fits myself and not to style random people.
Yeah, now can be exactly what you want. I
Yeah.
feel like I went through a transition with real estate with that. I used to offer like client services that I would remodel their homes. I would do anything and everything. And I did a few of those and I was like, that sucked the life out of me because it wasn't my vision anymore. Like it was somebody else's vision. I
Yeah.
would much rather, I will do all of my own houses. You can style all of your own fits, but it's like, I don't want to do it for other people like that anymore. And that is, those transitions are great.
It's so draining. Like, I mean, my whole model was like, I'm styling you for what your lifestyle is. So, like, it was all about the client and what they liked. But, like,
Hmm.
there was parts of that that pained me. And I'm just like, I, like, you know, it was a struggle for sure. And it's just so much more freeing to do it just for me. And if my friends need
Yeah.
like style help, like
Mhm.
I'm there for that for sure, but I'm not like putting together like boards of clothes anymore. Nope. No
Yeah.
more links, nothing.
It happens space in your life, and that's it.
Yeah, maybe one day if I ever decide I want to do it again, I can, but like
Totally.
goodbye.
Yeah, done for now.
What are some things that you guys are like proud of from last year?
Ooh, I
I
know.
feel like I had a lot of things.
When will you get
Um,
engaged?
I got engaged during our retreat, which was awesome. I feel like
Surprise,
there were
we're gonna
so
be
many things.
and we were all a part of it, which was really cool.
And he actually made it a surprise.
I feel like you should be proud of that, just like in general, like solidifying your relationship.
Yes. Solidifying. Yep. I think there were so many, yeah, there were so many things to be proud of. I think our retreat, like, is just still ingrained in my mind. And then now that I go by whenever I go visit Shomo now, I'm just like, I miss my girls here. Like, it was so much fun having everybody here, being engaged on top of it. But I think a really big one for me, which kind of coincides with those, is I've been doing a huge push on doing like local community style events where I'm like curating people together. And a lot of them have been health or wellness related, a few that have been like wealth building, but it's been more like high end events, more fun, like also about getting to know people on a small curated level. And I'm starting to get known for putting those environments together. And it's become like a really fun piece of just my life in general, and a very cool way to connect with awesome people. And that's not something that I expected. And so I feel very proud of that. Like, I've heard from so many people in these groups how much it means to them. And I'm like, oh, like that means so much to me. Like, that it wasn't that much of an intention. I just wanted to have a cool place to hang out with people. And it selfishly started with me wanting to be able to film me in a Pilates class and being like, okay, I can't do it in front of everybody. Let's buy out the class and have all my friends there. And that's how it started. And everybody loved it. And so I'm like, okay, that has been such a cool part that just accidentally happened.
I would be proud of that too. I mean, you're building a community, and most
Yeah.
women too, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yes, that's extra special. It's an extension of Power Haus Women, an extension of your business, and just friendship altogether, building relationships. That's what it's all about.
And you make it look so like effortless and cool. And I'm like,
Aw.
I want to be at these events.
Well, come visit.
Why I wish we all lived in the city.
Seriously.
Marli, what about you? What are you proud of?
There's a few things. I mean, I'm really, really proud of what I've done with my business in the last year. I really worked my ass off, and I feel like I can't say I haven't in years prior. I've always worked hard, but like this year there was like a noticeable difference, and I saw the results, and I just really believe in myself. And I don't know if I used to, and now I really do, and I'm at like a different level of confidence now where I know I could do it. I know I can do everything that I want to do, and I will. So I'm really proud about that. And I would definitely say what we've been building with Power Haus Women. For those of you that don't know, we had our second annual retreat with our community of real estate agents. And we did something different this year that I think like shifted the industry a little bit. Like, not shifted, but like shook up the industry a little bit. Something that like we've never seen before. Morgan hosted us at one of her off-market listings in Paradise Valley, Arizona, and it was a $10 million off-market property that we stayed in and lived the lifestyle in for a couple of days. And she launched the off-market on social media by us staying there. And we did tons of content. We did tours with like all of our market partners who are agents all across the country. So every single one was posting about this off-market on their Instagram, and that is epic. Like, just truly epic. And then Morgan got engaged there at her own off market. It was just incredible. So I'm really proud about that. I feel like there was just something different that we were offering to our industry. And I think that's what you got to do in your own industries. Like, think of something completely outside of the box, even if it sounds crazy, and just do it. And that's pretty much what we did.
We did.
Yeah. And realizing that collaboration is so huge. Like, so many people think that you have to do it alone, and you don't. There are so many great people that you can collaborate with. That, I mean, the day before I got engaged, you guys are helping DeAndre coordinate things without me knowing while running the retreat that we're there for. Like, people come together, and when you align on that, you can do so much more together, which is such a cool feeling.
can literally do whatever the hell you want. Like, that's really the
Yeah.
moral of the story. Like, anything you want, even if it sounds insane, if there's other people that are equally as insane as you'll make it happen.
Yes.
A little
And
bit.
that's why I love Power Haus Women, because you can literally, the amount of girls that will call me up and ask me questions about a specific thing, and I can tell we're all calling from different areas, being like, we know that we can make this better just by the network that we're in.
100%.
Carley, you.
Something that I'm proud of, I would say, is just like how much I changed last year and grew. I feel like I put myself out there like in so many ways, which is not something I've done in the past. Like for those who might not know, I moved here to Miami, to a new city. Like it will be 6 years this year. And like when I first moved here, I was with my husband and we would just like spend our time together. And I was like starting to get into real estate at the time. Wanted to make friends, but I would like make friends in my building here or there. But anyway, all that has changed. And now like I go to so many events. I'm in so many social clubs, so many circles. And I really just put myself out there. And I feel like I used to be so scared to do that. Like I remember when I was just starting my career in New York, and they would be like, you have to go to a networking event. And I would be so scared. Like I would be so anxious. I wouldn't talk to anyone. And now, because I've done it so much, I feel so confident to just like go to an event and strike up a conversation with anyone and like shoot the shit. And I know I'll be fine. I'm not scared of it. And like I usually make really good connections. So that's nice. Like to be able to notice a change in yourself, I think is a really good feeling. And I can confidently say that like I totally noticed that change. I'm like, wow, like I can speak to people so much easier than I used to be. I'm so much more outgoing than I used to be. So yeah,
Confident because you're confident.
Yeah.
And you went through the experience. Like you were willing to go and be awkward at the beginning. I did the same thing. I'm sure we all did. That we went to things we felt super uncomfortable. Some I left being like, that nobody talked to me, and like I didn't know how to talk to them. But you put yourself in it anyway, and then eventually you get to that point, and then you usually recognize the people that are in that position, and you can make it easier for them. Like, but you continued to put yourself out there, and consistency truly with anything is the way that you're going to get ahead.
I completely agree. I've been saying yes to everything, like in terms of those types of events, like where you're just meeting people in your area. Like, I mean, for us, that's like crucial. And I mean, I pick and choose. I don't say yes to maybe everything now, but I was last year. As long as I know that I'm going to get something out of it, like in terms of like, I'm going to meet people that like I can help them, they can help me type of thing. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like those types of things are super important to do. And I used to dread doing it. I actually used to dread doing it in New York City too, Carly. And when I would go to like dinners with people, like with business people and just random events, I wouldn't talk to anyone. Like I would be so weird. I don't know why. Maybe I was just like not confident, or I don't know what it was, but
We're just excited to be invited and you don't really know how to do anything else.
Yeah, it was so weird. I also feel like the energy in New York is definitely a little bit different.
Totally.
And I will say I don't think at the time, maybe wherever I was going was like everyone was like the friendliest. That also affects me. I don't feel comfortable in those types of environments, and I don't know if I ever will.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You know what I mean? Like you feel confident enough that you know how to easily find your people, which I think is the important part.
Yeah, absolutely. I've noticed that about you for sure. And I feel like you're just super well respected and everyone like loves to be around you, rightfully so. I mean, we all do. But I've seen that in you in the last year. I mean, you're attending like everything and it's amazing.
Thank you. I'm exhausted, but I'm trying. Should we shift gears and talk about the year of the fire horse?
Yes, we definitely should, because it already feels exciting to me. The year of the, for those of you that don't know, the year of the fire horse, like the type of energy that you're going to see this year is bold, confident, fast moving, independent. Like we've shed all those layers and now we've blossomed, and that's the energy of this year. I mean, all of those things are pretty much the energy that I'm carrying into this year. So I'm curious about you guys. Is there anything specific?
Yeah, I think the fire horse just like felt good from the beginning, even just with like the visuals of it, right? Everything is like red and bright and bold and just kind of like uplifting. And for me, I think the energy I really want to carry into this year is just being like grateful, like really grateful, and embodying that like bold, bright energy. Because I think like sometimes we get so wrapped up in our everyday life that we can just be like, I have to do this, I have to do this. I'm so busy. I have a million things to do. I'm so busy. Like I find myself saying that over and over again, and I literally want to throw up.
I
And
know.
I just like this year, I want to be like, okay, grateful, not positive. Like I don't like the word positive, but just like looking at things through the right lens. You know what I mean? And like really thinking about like the amazing energy that we have in our lives and like all the things that do fuel us and energize us. I want to focus on those things, and just continue to do more of them.
I love that. I feel like I want to be a little bit more strategic this year.
That's
And like just a little bit more of a planner. I am not a planner. I hate planning things, anything, but I feel
You
like
planned a trip to Ibiza last year.
I didn't plan it.
Oh, okay.
Deanna did.
No, she just showed up.
I'm not really a planner, and I'm not saying I'm gonna be like a full-fledged planner, but I want to be more strategic and plan out certain things ahead of time, so I'm not scrambling, like you said, being so busy every single day and all that. I like can't function that way. When I get really like overwhelmed with how much I have going on, I like shut down, and I don't want to be like that this year. So planning ahead, I've already been thinking about planning ahead, potentially like hiring someone for like towards the end of this year, and just putting all my ducks in a row. And I never really used to do that. And that's kind of just another form of like independence for me. I think it's just another journey that I'm going down.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a good transition.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you feel so much better and like comfortable and focused when you do plan. I know it can be a shift. I'm like, I lean more on the planning side. So for me, it comes a little bit more naturally. But I can definitely say when I don't do it, like I feel all over the place. I feel super chaotic. So it
That's
really,
my life. I'm just like living in
Yeah.
chaos every single day, but I do get things done. Like I get everything done that I need to somehow. I'm like a like work under pressure type person. I've been like that my whole life. Like in school, I would study for a test 30 minutes before, and homework, I would do it literally when
Yeah.
the teacher's coming around to check for the homework. Like I've always been like that, but I can't operate like that anymore when I'm this busy.
I know.
Yeah.
So funny. I'm doing a photo shoot tomorrow, like a branding photo shoot. And I was talking to my husband last night, and I'm like, I have the photo shoot on Wednesday. Like, I am not prepared. I don't know what I'm wearing. I don't have any clothes. Like, I don't know if I want to have like certain products or things like prepared to get shot. And he was like, well, why don't you just push it a few weeks? And I was like, no. I was like, I'll just go to the mall
Yep.
tomorrow, throw together a mood board. Like, so I'm the same way as you. Sometimes I'm just like, whatever, last minute, like I'm gonna get it done, you
And
know.
get it done.
But
We're
it feels,
doers.
Yeah.
it
We are
feels better when you're organized, you know.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
I feel like I'm also working on that intentionally, but I'm trying to embrace a little bit of the chaos because I think that's just also
Like,
who I am. I'm just trying to slightly put guardrails on me in certain, or having somebody else, like my content girl, you put guidelines on me. I'm going to throw you a bunch of information and you figure out what's actually good. I think DeAndre and I, with our business, have really been transitioning from last year, just doing a little bit of everything, doing everything we can, and leaning into the momentum. And I think that's where we needed to be. Like everything that we were doing was very powerful and naturally turning into momentum and word of mouth. That's where we needed to be. Now we're like, okay, we need to have a strategy. We have the momentum, we have the proof, but now let's do something with it in an organized way. And that is very much a hard transition for us when we're used to, for almost, I mean, intentionally for a year, but a long time of only relying on momentum. Like we have some systems here and there, but like dialing it in and making sure that it truly fits our business while not dropping the momentum that we have going on. And that transition when you are not normally that way has proven to be a little bit tough.
Oh, I can relate. And I know you can relate. Like I don't systems who? I don't even know what a system is. But I mean, this year, like in terms of being like strategic about things, I've really started to put a lot of systems in place, and it's helping me so much, like more than I could have even thought. And I don't know how I lived my life so long without being strategic.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to accomplish a lot more now that there is even just a little bit of strategy in
It's a
place
little
now.
bit.
I'm like, holy shit. Like I feel like a little bit of a superhero. Like and this is just the beginning. Like you guys, you just wait. I
I
could do a lot
cannot
more.
wait to see what you guys accomplish with a little bit of system and planning behind you, because you guys already kill it. So it's just that extra piece of the puzzle.
I need to hire
Yes.
like a Carley, like a type A Carley.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
will be like I could shoot to the moon if I have a Carley as my assistant.
Oh
Unfortunately,
my
I'm not
God, yeah.
available, but maybe you
I don't
someone
want like a
similar.
Gen Z version of you.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
What are some like habits or I guess like routines that you guys want to build this year? I'm actually off to a rough start for the year with my habits and routines. I'm usually much better with them. So I'm curious if there's anything like you guys are trying to stick to for this year.
I'm kind of doing the same thing I did last year, and it works for me, and I'm going to continue to do it this way. But I have to start my day with moving my body. That's like, if I don't do it, like derails my entire day. So, first thing I do when I wake up, drink a coffee, go to the gym, or go for a walk. Now that it's nice out here, like going for a walk is great, but going to the gym or like taking a Pilates class, something in the morning, it like clears my mind, and I'm able to like get everything done for the rest of the day. Even if I'm working later, I'm not thinking about the fact that I didn't move my body first thing in the morning. Like it really like sets me up for success. And I used to not do that consistently. And I've been consistent with it for the last year, continuing to be consistent with it now. So that's a big one. And in terms of like a routine, other than that, it's very hard to have a consistent routine with real estate because everything is so different. But just sticking to my systems and really like utilizing them and doing that, I think sets me up for success.
Isn't it so funny about the movement? I literally said that probably 2 hours ago because I've had so much going on the last couple weeks, and then I was sick for a week. So I haven't been like working out or, doing as much movement as I usually do. And this morning woke up, went to the gym first thing, and I had such a productive morning. And I went home to grab lunch. I said that to Chris. I was like, it's insane, like how much it changes your day and like your mental focus just to move your body in the morning. Like my day today is much different than any other day I've had in the past 2 weeks because I did that. It's crazy.
It's like life changing. It really is.
Yeah.
I can't believe I used to like not live my life like that. There was like, I used to like not work out at all.
Me either.
I used to not work out at all. And I don't even know how I lived, but like I'm thinking of like college years, even like up to like 3 years ago, I think is when I like really started like working out and like I started learning how to like lift weights and stuff. Before that, what was I doing? Walking on the treadmill, running? Like I don't even know.
Yeah, but you were probably teaching yourself. So yeah, I feel like I got into fitness really early because my mom was a personal trainer and like I played sports. So then it was like easier to get into. But if you're not taught, like you're just on your own. You don't know. You have to like figure out your own body for sure.
I hired a trainer because I was like, help me.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
What about
you?
I am so anti-routine. But the only thing that I completely agree on is I have to walk outside and I have to have sun like in my face, even if it's for 5 minutes. And so I have a little trampoline outside and I will just jump on that in the sun and I'll just twirl around and get my body in the sun. And if I don't do anything else, I'm perfect. I would love if I also like maybe read a little bit, definitely have a coffee. But if I don't do that, just being in the sun is enough for me.
I love it.
Yeah, it was like that here every single day. I would say the same thing. I would go outside and ground myself every day if there wasn't snow on the ground for half the year.
Yeah, that is true. See, I don't have that issue. I just walk outside and I'm like, oh, yay.
So nice.
Rub it in, rub it in.
I will say it was 92 here the other day, and I was like, that's too hot. It is February. Like, let's figure this out.
It's different 92 in like Miami though, or Carly is. That's like brutal. That's like hell.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah,
Here
no.
too. If it's like 92 here, it's humid usually and awful, but it's actually really warm right now. It's like 70 degrees in March, which is crazy.
Wow.
And like in the sun, it feels 10 times hotter than 70 degrees. So I'm enjoying it, soaking it all in. We're for multiple walks and playing golf and pickleball and all the things.
Yes.
I would do it in a warm climate. I really would.
You would thrive for
I
sure.
really
Yeah, it's funny. I used to be like very big on routines, and I actually feel like my overall demeanor so far this year is kind of like anti-routine too. Just because I feel like sometimes I like crave routine, but then I get bored. Like I feel bored very easily, and I get so like, oh, I want to go out, I want to do something, because I'm like just cooking at home every night and going to bed at the same time, and I'm like, if that's not the life that I want to live, then like why am I forcing myself into this box to like have this routine or have things that don't feel good? So I feel like I've actually been trying to do the opposite, like get out of a routine. I still want to have habits, right? Like I still want to body, like you guys are saying, like take my supplements. Like those things are obviously non-negotiables in my life. And another one that I is like a really non-negotiable for me is planning my next day the night before. Like even if it's like 11 o'clock at night, I'm so tired, I'll sit on my phone and time block my day for the next day. If I wake up and I don't have a time block, like my day's shot and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm trying to just like release it a little bit and relax and take things as they
do. You should.
I love that.
I really like that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like
I need to listen.
I feel like I naturally do parts of that, minus the planning beforehand, which actually sounds very nice. I'm like, I think I know what's going on, and then I wake up in the morning, and every now and then I'm like, aha, I should leave.
That's on brand.
Yeah.
I'll go with the flow of whatever the day takes me though. I don't like that's why I said I don't really like have like a daily necessarily routine. I do have a morning routine, and I guess you could say I kind of have a nighttime routine with like my skincare, but like and like I take supplements before bed, but like aside from that, like my day, I go with wherever the wind takes me. And if like an opportunity pops up out of nowhere that I want to go to, I'm like, yep, I'll be there. Like I kind of like not having a plan. Like I like just those are
I want to see where life takes me.
Yeah, some of the best days are when it's unplanned.
So true.
Yeah.
What is one big goal that you guys have this year for the year of the fire horse?
Oh. I feel like a big one for me is kind of leaning into the deeper like local community that I have here in like Paradise Valley, Arcadia, especially with events. But more importantly, like being able to select the right people that also fuel into it and give into it every time. I feel like that's something that people are really wanting here, and I'm really wanting. So I think the big goal is like actually putting that into more of a routine, putting a little bit more emphasis behind it where the girls feel special or a part of something. I think that's a really big, I'm already feeling benefits of it, and I know that other people are too, and I'm like, I want to keep growing that's become very important to me.
I love it. It's almost like your way of like giving back, right? Because especially when you're hosting something and bringing people together, and then you're adding that additional layer of like making them feel special, making them feel valued, and just like also creating connections and relationships. It really is like back, because that's a gift.
Yeah. I completely love that for you, and I actually like want to do events I mean, like one that like really sticks out to me. I like really want to get good at golf. Like I know that that's not really like that big of a deal, but like I'm like so obsessed with it. I don't know why I've been so like I'm never playing golf type of vibe my whole life. Like I'm obsessed with it. I understand now. I get the hype. I know why everyone loves it so much now. Like, everyone sucks, so it's like great that you suck when you first start too. Like everyone like thinks that they're good. They're probably really not that great anyways.
That is true.
Yeah, like majority of people suck. So it's like it's kind of like amazing.
That is something that I've been learning recently, which is like making me feel much more confident. The majority of people that you talk to who are even in high level positions or big jobs or sports, I'm like, you're also just an average human being. Like I could be doing that too. Like you're
Yeah.
not that special. Like I'm capable.
Yeah, I think that like I've found something that I kind of really want to like improve and like get really good at in like more of like an athletic setting, I guess, which I haven't had something like that. I couldn't even tell you, like I just haven't had that thing. So now that I've decided I want to play golf and I've been practicing and everything, I'm like super excited for that. So I'm gonna start documenting my golf journey.
Yeah, do it.
One of my like really good friends was like encouraging me to document it, and he was like, and you're gonna blow up from it, and I want 15%.
No, I actually think that's a really good idea, and I would watch that.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do some golf blogs or something. I don't know, but that's something that I feel like I can tie so much of my lifestyle into, like with like career and just fun and social, and even family. Like I started getting into it to play with my dad, so it's just something I could do with everybody, which is great. Another thing career wise is like I just want to seriously like level up, like get into like a completely different I would say like micro market within my market, maybe. Like I mean just
Yeah.
increase my price point really. So I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. And yeah, just kind of like just go to all the events. I was asked to speak at on a panel for a women's real estate event, which was like something I didn't even know was a goal of mine, but now I'm like that is a goal to like speak more and public speak
Yeah.
more about like things that I'm doing and things that I know. I mean, I've been in the industry for a while now, so I do have a thing or two to say. But yeah, I'm like excited for those
I
things.
think
I'm
you have
in
a lot
little-
more than that.
Yeah, and I also and I do. And one more big one is like I've been saying this for a long time, but like I feel like it's so good for me to like travel to some extent, even if it's to a small place once a month. Like last month was the one month I haven't in a while, and it like my mental health suffered. Like I need even if it's just like a drive away, I need to do it at least once a month, and I'm like committing to that. Even if I'm super busy, that's what an assistant's for, and I need to hire one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that one. Honestly, travel is like one of the biggest things to me. And it's so like it's so good to just refuel and like recharge and disconnect for a minute. And we need it.
I need
And
it.
yeah.
Like, more girls trips, like they literally do something to my brain chemistry. I'm going on a girl trip next week with my girlfriends, and like I've never needed something more. Like just a low effort, fun girls trip. Like I just need it. Not for like a bachelorette or anything of that, just a genuine girls trip.
Yes. I love that for you. For me, I think my goal for this year, or one of my goals, is definitely just to like systemize as many things as I can to make things run more efficiently and give me back time in my life. I feel like I've been like, I keep seeing this online everywhere where people are like, being rich is really like being in control of your time. Like it's not about money, it's about being completely in control of your time. And I feel like I have like this clear goal of how I want my life to look and like the things I want to do. And I do want to be able to travel and do all these things that I love. And like that requires time. And I feel like obviously being in our industry, being in a lot of industries, right? Like your job naturally takes up a lot of your time. But if there are things that you can do, especially now with like AI and all the other crazy things that we have access to, Like the more you can systemize to just have more time in your life, that's what I want. Like more time to spend with my family, more time to spend with my husband and my dog and travel and just do the things I really enjoy. So that's what I want to work on, just like finding ways to make things more efficient so I can have more time in my life.
Yeah, I think that that is a crucial goal for sure. For me too. It's hard to figure out.
Hard.
It really
It
is.
is very hard. Yeah. But I think something that all of us and the majority of Powerhouse women kind of pull from is we show up as our authentic selves. So once we learn the tools, because it can be overwhelming, it'll be so much easier to put those into place because we're naturally finding our people anyway, and we are authentically being us. It's not like we're just trying to do anything and use AI to just be the general agent or to be the general local person in your area. So I think that's at least a huge help. Now it's learning the systems and how we can utilize it to truly, like right now, I'm spending more time learning about these systems than they're even helping me, it feels like. So it's that learning curve for sure.
Ugh, learning is so hard.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy though. Like I do like learning, but only if I'm genuinely interested in learning and people
Yes.
actually want to learn.
Yeah, and I'm like, why does this benefit me? Like, I need the application.
Yes.
That's why it's easier to just hire someone to do things for you. But no,
Yep.
I in some cases it's good, in other cases it's not. And I think like even like the small little things like knowing how to use Canva is such a flex these days, I think, because like no one a lot of like older people like in my market like don't really know how to use Canva or like really know how to
Yeah.
fully like utilize like a clean brand. And it's like a flex for me sometimes because I can make my own brochures and like I can pretty much do everything myself without having to spend thousands of dollars for someone else to make it for me, and then it's probably not going to even come out the way I want it to come out.
Yeah.
So learning other things other than things I already know, of course, like it's a flex.
Yeah.
More flexible. 2026.
And I will say, like, something like Canva is pretty user friendly. Like, there are certain things that are above me, but I probably am not going to use them, and I'll call Gia for that.
Yeah.
But for the other stuff, I'm like, it's actually super intuitive. It's not that hard. Like, I feel like even older people could jump into it and figure it out for the most part.
They just don't
But
want to do it.
there's exactly. But then there's a lot of other systems that I'm like, I don't find these user friendly. And then I'm like, why am I putting so much time into learning this? And sometimes I'm like, am I focusing on the right thing? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. You got to put your time where it's going to be worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think we're at the hot take segment.
Ooh,
The
Mm,
best part.
the best part. I
I,
miss
I actually have one prepared.
I actually do too. That came up recently. Go, Marley.
Okay, hot take. Just like the women's hormonal gynecology, all that stuff industry is fucked up.
Yes.
I went to
Yeah.
I'm like going through a transformation right now of like going off of birth control to like figure out like my natural cycle and all that kind of stuff. But like, why do we even have to do that?
Why is that a thing?
Yeah.
Why is this even a thing? Why have I been on a pill for 15 years? Like, why is getting off of it so scary? Why do we not have enough information? Why does everyone have something different to say about it? Like, that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
So like I consulted like a bunch of women I know, like just girlfriends. Like, are you on it? What are you doing? Like, like, how was your experience? Because I'd rather hear about like people's actual experiences than like what a doctor's telling me. Because
Totally.
it's like just a scary situation, and I don't know. Like I'm deciding to go off of the pill, but I'm terrified because I'm like,
Yeah.
it's been like that's like the way my body's been for so long. So it's just scary. But that's my hot take, that like that whole industry is tapped.
That's a rabbit hole
Yeah.
that I've really been down like extensively. And I never get
Mhm.
bored of going down the rabbit hole because, like you're saying, everybody has something different to say. So, like, you could literally just listen for hours on end But it really is a problem. I think it's just, I don't know, this is just how I feel like in general with life, with like regular medicine, like same thing. I feel like there's a lot to be said for like the holistic side and like the holistic view of things, specifically when it comes to like females and like our hormones and things like that. And like I've gotten really into trying to do cycle syncing with like what I eat when I did the same transition as you. And it's like, why was I just hearing about that on like a podcast? You know, like why did my gynecologist
Yeah.
me about this? And it's just like one of those things, you know, it's like traditional medicine. They just tell you like, here, take this. Yeah, take this pill, take this, like, you know, whatever. But they're not talking about like, try this food for your body or like this tea that's
Mm-hmm.
really good for like your
Exactly.
stamps or things like that.
But then it's like you're
Yeah.
hearing so many things online about what you should be doing, and it's like, well, I can't do all of it. So like,
Right.
I just have like, can someone just give me like a regimen? And if you want to do something like that, you have to go to like a holistic doctor that's not covered under your insurance that you have to pay
Mm-hmm.
thousands of dollars out of pocket for. It's just like, what the hell? So yeah, it's really
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
Western medicine as a whole is trash. And
Yeah.
it's scary. Like, I feel like being a woman is really scary because we have like repercussions. Like, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
move right now, you know? So like, it's just like that whole thing is consuming me.
And you're not listened to in a lot of ways too. I recently went to my gynecologist because I have an IUD, and I was like, my hormones are getting messed up and it is clearly from this. And it is affecting my relationship, but I'm like, it is clearly this. And then when I went into the doctor telling her, hey, I want this out, I had to sign a million waivers being like, are you sure you want to? You have to wait 3 days to then come back and do this, which then I did. And instead of taking it out, she prescribed me the pill to take on top of the IUD. And I was like, how
Oh
am
my
I being charged for this? I was like, I'm so confused on how I went in for one thing. You made me sign forms on how it wasn't going to happen and I had to wait days, and then just didn't do the thing that I asked you anyway. And I'm like,
Dude, that's terrible.
how is that the process? Like, that's insane.
That's literally terrifying.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
And that's normal, apparently.
Yeah.
And I've talked to other girlfriends too, and some people, like, everybody has had different experiences.
I don't even think this is a hot take. I think this is just like a women's take.
It's a woman's take.
Yeah, this
We're
is just a
all
women's
women.
take. Yeah.
I told like a couple of my girlfriends, I was like, I'm officially going off the pill like tomorrow. Like, it's my last one ever. And they're like, I'm jealous. Cause like we're all like obviously in different situations, and I'm like in a place right now where I feel like I can do the transition seamlessly. Obviously, but it's gonna be rough and it's not gonna be ideal. But like if you're like getting married this year, or like, you know, you have all these things going on, like you don't want to go off the pill and like potentially like ruin everything for yourself. Like it really like derails your life, I think. So yeah.
And you don't know what to expect.
It's an important topic for women, and it needs to be talked about more. I know there's like a lot of talks about it on social media and on podcasts and stuff, but like we need more like general knowledge on it, and like school should be teaching this and stuff. Like we didn't learn anything in school about female hormones.
Anything. Yeah.
We just said if you have sex, you will die.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But I feel like that's what I'm struggling with in general now, is there are so many things that we were taught when we were younger, and now it's coming out like that was all a lie.
Everything's a
And
lie.
I'm like, okay. So now I'm relying on podcasts to at least give me a different perspective that then I can cross-reference to other things. But I'm learning that at 29 years old, and I'm like, ugh, like, why is this my job? Like, this is exhausting. It is exhausting to try to filter out all the lies and all the different opinions, and then the people in your life that some people hear you and aren't listening to you. And I'm like, what's going on? What happened to good people?
I don't get it, but all I know is that the Amish are doing it right. They lived in their own little world this whole time, and everything themselves, and they're still healthy.
Let's take a page out of that book.
Like, you have to live.
That's going to be another merch t-shirt. The Amish did it right.
They're doing it right, honestly. Like, I don't want to wear those things, but like their lifestyle, they're doing it right.
I love it.
Anyway,
Hit us with your hot take.
Mine was, I feel like maybe this has been going around for a while that you have to see the best in people. And I think we need to stop seeing the best in people, because that has turned into ignoring very obvious, or even worse, excusing bad behavior. And we have to stop like using people's potential as their truth and hold them accountable for their patterns. And that's driving me insane. Yeah. Like you have to prove yourself there. Like I don't understand what's going. I think too many people are just like,
I
but their
agree. I
potential,
don't
like
see
think
the
of
best
them
in
like
people.
they could
Fuck
be so
that.
great. And I'm like, but they're not. Until they get there, they're not.
I'm actually dealing with this right now with a friend. She's someone who sees the best in people, like bless her soul. Like it's a good characteristic to like at least have to like try, you know, give people
Yeah.
the benefit of the doubt. But I think in the end, it can hurt you when you're just
Yes.
consistently trying to see the best in people that are showing you their bad behavior and like who they really are, their true colors. Like I'm someone that like right off the bat, I'm not trying to like see the bad in people. I obviously like go
Right.
into relationships thinking someone's a good person, right? But the second someone shows me their true colors, I'm like, noted. Like, okay, distancing myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
recognize the patterns. Yeah. It's not immediate judgment, but recognize the patterns because they are showing you who they are.
Yeah. And I think it's a really good quality just to be able to like recognize that in people. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like see people for who they are.
And use discernment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And knowing what position they have like in your life, and whether that has any position at all, or if there's just levels of circles that you're like, okay, I have my close friends, I'll tell them everything. And then I also have a group that I'm very friendly, we can have a great time, but you're not going to know anything intimate because I know where you stand. And just knowing that levels exist and those boundaries can be held.
For sure. That's a good one though. Really good one. More people need to use discernment.
Yes. Yeah, where has that gone?
Who knows?
We'll never know.
Carly, what's yours?
My hot take is that public cold plunges are disgusting.
Oh, right. We have one at my lifetime.
I have
Yeah, me too.
This might be a little hypocritical because I should backtrack and say that I went in a public cold plunge on Sunday. And I already felt this in my soul before I went in it, but I was just like, okay, whatever, like this is disgusting and I'm just going to accept that and I'm going to do it. And it's fine, like my skin's still on, but I think just like this one at least had like some movement, right? Like some bubbles and some filtration, but like the one at my gym, I've gone in it before and like it just looks like a tub and the water is just like flat and stagnant. And you can see like people's hair floating around sometimes,
Yeah.
or like a film.
No, I can't.
And I'm just like,
film.
and I'm just, why have I gone in that? Like that is questionable for me. So yeah, that's what I think. That's my hot take. I know cold plunging is like all the rage right now, but like do it at your house. You know, do it at your house.
Yeah.
Get an outside bath or put in your garage or something. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I try to avoid it. I agree.
Yeah, it's very rare if I'm going to a public place, and usually it's like a pop-up of some kind, so all of it's very clean and it's like fresh water. Our Lifetime cold plunge in both of ours right now are in the basement of Lifetime, and I'm like, that feels very bacteria-ish, and I don't like it. And same thing, I know they clean it every now and then, but the few times that I go in, I will see something floating, and I'm like, I have my own cold plunge at home. Why am I dealing with this?
Like, you have a perfect setup.
Yeah.
You need
I was like,
just don't go to the cold
and
plunge.
it's like outside in the sun. I don't want a cold plunge in a basement. That's what is that aesthetic about?
Hard
I will see the cold plunge at my Lifetime.
Wow.
The cold plunge at my Lifetime, like there's rules, like you have to shower before going into it.
Do you think everybody does that?
No. I've gone in it and haven't done that, but
Same.
I don't really like the cold plunge, like at all. Like it ruins my day.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I love a sauna, but like not cold blood.
Oh, a sauna ruins my day. Ugh. Ugh.
We're opposite ends. Opposite ends.
Yeah.
I think this has been an amazing first episode of season 2, guys. I think we can wrap it up here. Anyone have anything else left to say?
This was great. Year of the Fire
Yeah.
Horse. I hope everybody brings the energy in 2026.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what this year brings. I feel it.
Me too. I'm excited, you guys. Well, thank you for listening. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap on this episode of At the Table with Power Haus Women. Thanks for tuning in. If you love today's conversation, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
Your support helps us keep pulling up more seats at the table.
Want to keep the conversation going? Join the movement at powerhousewomen.com/society.
And connect with us on Instagram at Power Haus Women.
Until next time, keep showing up, keep building, and remember, there's always room at the table for you.